Okay, so kind of taking off from where we were last week, what I'd like you all to do, you'll see you've got a folder up at the top corner. Mine says classwork, is that what yours says as well? Yeah. If you right click on that for me and then go to new folder and call the new folder week 3. Okay. I'm just going to close any of the other files I've got open just now. And I'm going to go to new file. And you'll see a new file opens up in here, alright? And I'm just going to call it index.html. Now it's important you do the spelling right here. No capital letters, no spaces, alright? Index.html. Let's press enter. And then you can just double click on index.html and it should open up. Okay. Right, okay. So we've got the blank file in front of us, alright? And what we're going to do, I'm going to set up a, not too complicated, but a reasonably structured HTML page. And I would say that we maybe use this going forward. As much as I want you to get the structure memorised and so on, I don't want this to turn into a typing class. Do you understand? So this is probably the last time I'm going to show you how to set up a document from scratch, as it were. After that, I'll presume that we've got something to work off of, okay? Because it just gets boring for you guys, to be honest with you. Right, so in terms of getting used to it, it's HTML5, so it's doc type, and then just HTML5 in there. Sorry, HTML. Right. Underneath there, it's the HTML tag. Give yourself a couple of blank lines underneath that. And then the head tag. And again, a couple of blank lines. Now, in the head of the document, what goes in there again? Title, good. Okay, and I'm just going to call this, what we call it? We could call it week 3. Will we make a wee page for a company? Can you give it a name? I don't know. Let's say we'll go a computing company. So we call it. This is where I see the imagination of the group come to life. Or do you want to make a food shop or whatever? Don't anything. Start saying random words at me. Somebody said something. Easy peasy. There you go. Right. Okay, easy peasy is our title of our page. All right. And the next line, I'm going to set up a link to a style sheet. All right. So in there, I want to say link href equals style sheet. Now the style sheet doesn't exist at the moment, okay? And oh, sorry. Rel equals style sheet. Jumped ahead of myself. Rel equals style sheet. And href equals styles slash my style .css. What does this line of code do? Connects it to CSS is correct, right? Can you be more specific? Right, so what is it? See in this line of code, what is styles? It's a folder, good, right? So this is going to look in a folder called styles for a file called mystyle.css. Alright, it doesn't exist yet and we'll come back to that later on. But just I want you to be aware of you're creating structures here, okay? So that's us done with the head of the document for the moment. So what comes after the head of the document? The body, good. and maybe 90% of the work that you'll do on a page goes in here. All right. Okay, the top section. Now, I'm going to use some HTML5 stuff here. Not going over the score with it, but the top section is going to be the header section. Okay. So this will appear on the page, and in there I want my H1 tag. Right, what sort of company is Easy Peasy? Right. Lemon squeezing. Made easy. Okay. That's one of the best answers I've had down here. Okay. Now the next section of the page, again, you don't need to structure a page like this, but I think it's a good solid way of doing it. I'm going to use the main tag. All right. Main role equals main. Now, there's a possibility we won't even reference this role in the whole project. But later on, if we're designing for mobile, it's a very useful thing to have in. All right. So inside the main section of the page, we want to have some hyperlinks. Okay. So that's a section called the nav section. So I'm just going to put in nav like that. Okay, and I want a couple more areas still inside the main. So after nav, I want to have a class or a div. What was a div again? Can you remember? A div. Okay. Right. All you're doing is you're dividing the page into areas. All right. So I'm going to say div class equals. I could call this anything at all. All right. But I'm just going to call it first. And then underneath that, I'm going to make another div. I'm going to call that second. Okay. And that's us finished with the main of the document for the moment. So underneath main, if we've had a header, what do we need to have as well? A footer. Okay. So just to make our page a wee bit more effective for the moment, I want to put a couple of things in here. So see my div class equals first. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put in a heading 2. So what I'll put in here, spitting lemons. I'll put that. And then in my second class, I'm going to put in an H2 again. And I'll put in bees. Okay. Now you'll see here I've been quite deliberate about the way I've indented the page. So you can see that this H2 belongs to this class, and that class belongs to the main, and the main belongs to the body. Do you all see that? Right. Now, again, I could type this all out in one line without any returns or any spaces, or and it'd work fine. This is just for our benefit so we can see what belongs to what. So it's always good to indent your code properly. All right. So let's save our page. Okay. So either Control S to save or file and save. And then we need to turn the server on, so click the run button. And then go to preview and preview running application. So now it's still showing last week's, alright? But what I can do here is at the end of the address, see if you get a big on screen that says OK. It's like a red button, click on that. Okay, so it's still showing last week's, or is it showing this? Right. So what I'm going to do there is, at the end of this address, I'm just going to type in week 3. And you'll see it changes to this page. Okay. So week 3 goes to that page. And then press enter. That should load it for you. Works. Few quizzical looks, you all alright? Not working. Okay. Just make sure you've saved it, you've ran the server, and I'll come in and see you. Okay, so we've got a kind of unremarkable looking page, but that's all right. So the first thing I'm going to address is the nav section, right? So the nav section is where we're going to put our hyperlinks, okay? And there's a way that I always want you to structure your hyperlinks. Again, you don't have to do it like this, but this is the proper way to do it, okay? So I'm going to go in between the two nav tags, all right? And I'm going to set up an unordered list, okay? And once I'm in my unordered list, I need to put what goes into unordered lists again? Can you remember? List item. Good. So it's li for list item. Okay. And it creates it like that. Now, our hyperlinks need to go into this list item. Okay. So we should be dead in the middle of the two tags, and we will make a link to ahref equals. Now, this might seem a bit daft, but it'll save you a lot of work in the long run. Put in a link to the page you're on, index.html. Okay. And then you put in, I was just going to say home as the actual text, /a is the link. And there's that line of code there. I've made that. Okay. So the way the tags work here, the first one you open should be the last one you close. So in this line of code, the first one opens li, and then it's the last one you close because you're enclosing it all. All right. If you want to be lazy, copy that line of code. All right. Take a new line, paste it in, and the only thing you need to do is change the index there, and we'll just call it lemons, and we'll call that lemons. So this is the hyperlink. That is what is displayed on the screen. Okay. So as I say, I would encourage being lazy at every turn when you're doing this, okay? And again, one more time, paste. And then the third line, we'll call it peas.html. And we'll make the link peas. Okay. Now I'm just going to zoom out and refresh it. And what you should see now, you've got your 3 hyperlinks sitting in there. Okay. Now, as I say, keep on saying, I don't want this to type into turn into a typing class. But what I want to do is put a wee paragraph. See below the heading 2 lemons. Okay. It doesn't particularly bother me what you type in as a paragraph down here. Right? As long as you type in something. So I'm just going to say this is about lemons. And do the same with peas as well. This is about peas. Again, save your page, refresh it. You should see you've got a paragraph saying this is about lemons, a paragraph saying this is about peas. There's one last thing I want to do, and that's put in the footer. So I'm just going to scroll down my page. And I want to put a paragraph inside the footer. Okay. And I'm just going to say easy peasy productions. So this is now a very dull web page, but it's a good structure to it. All right. And again, because as I say, I'm quite lazy like this. If I was to want to make a third class, I would just copy that and paste it and call the class third. All right. It's quite adaptable like that. So you're all happy with that as a structure? Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to do is try and make this look somewhat presentable. All right. Do you want to try a wee bit of fireworks just to mix it up a wee bit, just to see how you do something? Yeah. May as well. Right. It's a wee bit of a change of pace. Right. So I'm just going to save that where I am. Okay. And just leave that sitting in the background, quite happy. Okay. Now, I don't want to stifle creativity here, right? But I'm going to give you a wee example and try and get you to follow it. Don't worry if you. This should actually be the that go without saying. Don't worry if you're making mistakes. All right, it's not a problem. We'll get there with it. So when you do this, if you don't get it quite exact, it might end up looking a bit silly, but we can fix it. So I'm going to click on my Windows button and just type in fireworks. Okay. And you'll see Adobe Fireworks CS6 should be there. Hopefully. No? I got it. Should be on everyone's machine. Right, okay. Right, don't worry just now, right? I'm just going to, this will only take a couple of minutes, so you just watch and see. So what I want to do is make a wee background for my page. Alright? Nothing too spectacular. And for those of you who haven't got a background, I'll show you what you can do as an alternative instead. In fact, I'll show you gradients as well later on. Right. Okay, so when this comes up on your screen, I think some of you still waiting on it. Okay, so if you've not got fireworks, you can just look on. So I'm going to click on create new fireworks document. Okay, the size I'm going to make, I'll bring it down to 64 pixels by 64 pixels. Okay, a very small graphic. Leave it at 72 pixels per inch, that's fine. And you'll get a wee square appearing here. Alright. Okay, so what I want to do here, it's easy peasy. So we'll go with a green. Okay. So let's go, see the paint bucket tool. Click on the paint bucket tool down here. Alright. And oops. go down the bottom, you should see the paint bucket tool sitting down here. Do you all see that? Right, so I'm just going to choose a kind of light green. Alright. And what I want to do is I want to put it in here. Now you'll see it's a wee kind of no entry sign when you go up there, yeah? Right. So on your keyboard, if you click on there and do Control A, that should select it, and you should then be able to click in it. And it should turn to the paint pot. Yes? Is it there already? If it's there already, that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Try something else then. Right. What you can do, if you go up to the bitmap marquee tool up here and click on that, and then draw a box around it. Okay? And once you've got the box around it, then choose the paint pot tool. And you should be able to colour it in then. Got it? Magic. Right. Alright, it might not be on it. See if it's not on it, don't stress, right? Just watch and see what I'm doing. Okay. It should be on all the machines. So who's not got Fireworks machine? Right, I'll need to report that. Okay. Right. Down here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see it says texture and it's got grain. What I want you to do is go and choose line vert 1 out of this drop down list, okay? So texture line vert 1. And then click in the box again. You should see it's kind of a lighter green and a darker green, yeah? You got it? Right. Now, this is where it'll either sink or swim. We're going to create a repeating pattern on our web page here. So if I'm going to zoom in on this, right? I'm going to zoom in properly actually. So I'm going to use the magnifying glass, which is down there, zoom tool, and go in. And what you hopefully see is that it's light on that side and dark on that side, yeah? So it finishes, so it's like wallpaper, right? If you've ever wallpapered, it should match up, right? Okay, so that's, we're not going to do anything special with this just now, that's all I'm doing. And then what I want to do is go to File, and go to Save As, right? Now it's default to save my pictures, okay? Well, I'm going to drag this into Cloud9 anyway, so I'm just going to save to the desktop, right? Bad form, I know, but it's easy. There's another wee thing I want you to do. See where it says append.fw.png? See that? Take that off. Okay. And then just give it a file name. I'm just going to call it BG for background. Okay. So make sure you've unchecked that box, BG, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop. It puts on extra file names, and it's fine, but it just means that when you're referring to it, you also have to refer to it as .fw.png. So it doesn't make it makes the actual coding a bit easier. That's all. Old habits die hard for me, and I just like a straight extension. Right. So click and save. Should save it to your desktop. Okay. All right. Right. So that is me done with Fireworks, and I can close it. Okay. Now, I want to have the graphic up in Cloud9 now. So I'm just going to drag that across to one side of the screen. And there's my background image there. Okay. You'll see it. You all got it. So I'm just going to drag that up into my week 3 folder. And it should go up for me. All right. Let's say for those of you who haven't got it, I'll show you a couple of alternatives we can do later on. All right. Okay. Now we'd already saved this file, and one of the things about this is I had said that our style sheet is going to be in a folder called styles, and it's going to be called mystyle.css. So I need to right click in the week 3 folder here and go to new folder and call it styles. Now, this is where you've got to be dead. Pernickety is a good Scottish word. Precise is probably a more accurate term. If you have said styles there, it needs to be styles there, right? It's spelling's everything when it comes to these things, links. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on styles and I'm going to go to new file. And I called it mystyle.css. And that goes in as mystyle.css. Okay. And now double click on mystyle.css and it should open up like that. Okay. Right. Now, there's a quick way of checking that this has worked. Okay. And what all I'm going to do here is in my style.css, just type in body, curly bracket, take a new line, background, dash color, and put FF0000. For the geeks among you, which color is that? Red. And then what I'm going to do is refresh my page across here. And you should see it goes red. That it's just a quick way of checking that my links are working. Alright, if it goes red, it's working. Doesn't it go red, something's gone wrong. Okay. All got it? Okay, I'll come and see. Right, so we made this wee graphic for a reason. Right, that we in fireworks. So what I'm going to do here, I don't really want to change the background color at the moment. All right, for those of you who didn't have the graphic, you can mess about with colors at the moment. All right, I'll try and give you a decent color to put it in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to read background dash image. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to link into the graphic. So I'm going to put an URL. And what was the graphic name? Right, so I'm going to put BG. And what was the extension? PNG. Yeah, good. Fireworks default saves things as PNG. Will that work? What do you think? So I refresh it and no, it's not worked. Why not? Good, right. So let's look at this here, this structure. The style sheet we're working on is in a folder called styles, right? But the graphic we want is not in the same folder. So we can't link to that. How do we tell a computer to look in the folder above? 2 dots, right? That's kind of old school stuff in computing. 2 dots tells it that it's in the folder above. Okay. And if I've got time later on, I'll show you that as a DOS command. Right. Save that and then refresh our page. And hopefully you see the backgrounds there. Right. And what you'll see is that this is the one graphic repeated again and again and again and again. Right. It repeats all the way across and it repeats all the way down. That's its default. What's the advantage of creating the tiny graphic there? It creates a decent texture, but that's it, right? You don't need that graphic to be massive because you can just repeat the pattern. So that's why we create a tiny wee graphic and then just let it repeat itself out. You can control the repeat as well, because you can have a gradient fading and stuff like that, but we'll keep that for another day. So that's the body background, alright? Now, we broke this into areas. Just out of interest, I'm just going to pop this screen out. Okay. And I'm going to press F12 on Chrome, alright? Have I shown you this before? Yeah? Right. So you know that if you're trying to watch football online, you can use this as well to get rid of the stupid adverts. Yeah? Aye. Here you get a graphic up over the screen. Right, have you ever seen that? Right, and you can't quite see the game. Well, all you need to do is right click on the thing you don't want, right? Go to inspect, right? And what you can do is hide it. So you can either hide it in there, or you should be able to hide it in here. So that's not there. Aye, sorry, and go in there. So say I want lemons to disappear, I can just go in and hide the element. It makes it disappear off my page. Alright. But then I want to come back. So uncheck hide the element. So you can inspect that, right? So there's a wee trick for you if you want to watch the football. Alright. What I can also see is, because I've divided this page up quite well, if I let the mouse hover over main, it shows you everything that main applies to, right? And if you go over nav, it shows you what nav applies to. First, there's the first area there. So it shows you all the individual areas of the page you've created. And that means that we can then go and style that. Alright, does that make sense? Okay. Of course, you go over the head, you can't see anything because the head's not visible in the browser window. Okay. But what you'll see up there, it's called Easy Peasy. Right, because that was the title of our page. Okay. And also, if you leave the mouse hovering over Chrome at the bottom, it'll say Easy Peasy - Google Chrome. Also, the title of your page, when Google searches for your page, that's what comes up. Right, the title of the page is the blue link. Okay. Right, let's go back into Cloud9 then. Let's try and make it a wee bit nicer. So, as I say, we made all this structure for a reason. Let's work out with the header. You okay? You back on? Right, okay, I'll come and get you. 2 seconds. Right, so the next thing I want to do is the header, right? I want to put a margin in and start. I don't particularly like text on coloured or kind of patterned backgrounds, right? I really want that to be a very subtle backdrop for the site. So what I'm going to do is type in header here. And I want to make this width 80%. So it's not taking up the full screen. And I'm going to say margin. Now, pound for pound, letter for letter, this is the best line of code you'll ever get in CSS. What this does is it centers the content of the page, right? So it's because it's kind of cheating, right? The way this works is it's saying there's a margin of 0 at the top, margin of 0 at the bottom, margin of 0 auto at the left, and a margin of auto at the right. So it just shoves it into the center. Okay. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to give it a background color. Again, this is where my prep fell apart this morning. I wanted to do some kind of subtle colours on it. I'll just go for white just now, okay? So if I refresh my page now, you'll see it's given it a width of 80%, stuck it in the centre, and it's given it a background colour of white. Alright. However, as I said to you before, I'm a lazy guy, right? I want this to do the same to the footer. And rather than me typing footer width 80%, margin 0 auto, all I need to do is put header, comma, footer, and refresh the page. And you'll see it does the same to the footer as well. Okay. Now, if I have a quick nosy back at this and refresh it, it looks a bit stupid because my main section here is stuck way out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to style my main section. And again, I could just say, comma, main. Like that. And now it's all sitting there. Okay. That isn't to say that we can't go and make individually style them. Okay, so say, let me see. Say I want to go in then and change the background color of main. I could just write main again. And if I type background color, and I'll just go make it a blue, right? Just for argument's sake. You'll see there that that just styles the main, but it overwrites the white. Do you see that? The most important command in terms of CSS is the last one it gets. So I could write another background color down here for main and it would overwrite that one. The last instruction it gets is the one that it takes. Okay. I'll come up with a better colour palette for after the break with it, right? So right away, that wee line of code there using the commas saved you 10 lines of typing. Okay. Now, last thing I want to do before the break is I want to put in some padding. What does the padding do? So lemons is stuck right there, which isn't ideal, all right? But if I put in main, let's say padding 10 pixels, sorry, 10 pixels. Gives me a problem. What's my problem? See if you well yeah you can choose that, right? But my problem here, if you look at it, if you're being dead again footery or pernickety, right? If I zoom in on that, you'll see there that it's actually stuck that out further than that, and it's out of line, right? I don't want that. So you've got to be careful with the padding because the padding will extend the internal content of the thing. So rather than me styling the inside, what I could do is say main, I'll just put in H2, which is lemons and peas. You'll see now that that moves in. Because they're both H2, yeah? If you look back at the code, lemons is H2 and peas is H2. So when I style it like that, it moves them in. Make sense? Okay. Okay, I'll come and see in a second. If I put comma P in there, it does that as well. But you'll notice it doesn't stretch that out, so it keeps it in its wee box. Okay. Right, that's a good point to stop for the moment, guys. All right, and I'll come around and see who's working and who's isn't. Okay. Right, okay. So any problems we've encountered? It's just been that it's kind of linking up to files to folders and so on. I think we're getting there. Okay. What I want to do here is I want to style the menu. All right. Now again, this is a piece of code that you learn once, and well, you can style in different ways, but it's something you could reuse. So I'm going to I want to refer to the UL, right? The unordered list. Where is the unordered list? In the nav, and where's the nav? It's in the body, it's also in the main, right? So see if I just put in UL, that means that any unordered list on the whole page would be altered. But you might not want that, because you might have another list with bullet points that's saying something different. So that's why you want to be quite specific about it, and I'll just say main nav UL. And that means in the main section there is a nav, in the nav section there's another little list. So the first thing I want to do is strip away the bullet points. So I'll just say list dash style. Now you'll see, hopefully when you're typing, that it gives you suggestions. List style type is what I'm looking for, and it's none. And again, what I'll do here is I'll just refresh it, and that disappears. The wee bullet points disappear. Then I'm going to give it a margin of 0. Okay. And padding of 0. Oops. And you'll see now it kind of tucks itself into the corner. Now I'm going to say overflow is hidden. What that means is that when we make these wee boxes up, it doesn't escape it. Right? It doesn't run it over. So you don't actually see the difference to that now, but it makes it kind of, I was going to say, future-proof if you're putting other stuff in. I'm just going to stick a background colour in just now. Again, that can be changed. I'll just put a grey background in. Okay, and so you'll see that the nav section has gone grey. What I want to then do is just concentrate on the list items. Now, depends how you want to do this. Again, if I want to be dead specific, I could say main nav ULLI, and that takes you right to it. And I could say float left. And you'll see now that home, lemons, and peas are all stuck together. And then the last thing I'm going to put to it is the anchor inside the list item. So it's LIA. Display block. And padding 10 pixels. Again, I'm just, see that padding, I'm just pulling that out there, see what it looks like, and if I refresh it, you'll see now that they're sitting apart and they look a bit more presentable. Now, last week I looked at Google Fonts, so I'm going to use it again this week, okay? Again, I'm not trying to make sure everyone's exactly the same, so feel free to choose your own font when I do this, okay? But what I'm going to do is just go into a different tab in my browser, leave that sitting. And I'm just going to go to font.google.com. Oops, sorry, I'll try again. Is it fonts maybe? Sorry, it's fonts.google.com. Okay. So you can scroll through, there's loads of examples there. I'm going to go for Poppins, alright. So I want to use the font Poppins, so I just click on the wee white cross beside it, and you'll see it appears down at the bottom. One family selected. I'll choose that. So you'll see there, it gives you a wee commentary on how long it will take you to load into a page. On the grand scale of things, with the speed people are accessing the World Wide Web at, it's not too big a concern. But just be aware that the more requests your page puts out, the more it will slow it down. All right, but in the grand scale of things, it's not a big issue. So this link here, I want to copy that and I want to put it into the head of my HTML document. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight that, go back into my HTML document, up into the head, and a new line after the title, and paste it in. All right. In this case, not really, right? Because it'll load them in anyway. So at some point it'll come through. If you're talking about scripts, which you'll come to at some point this year, that can have an effect. If you try and call something a script before it's loaded, that can cause errors. All right, but in this case, you'll get away with it. So I'll go back there, and the CSS I want is down here, specifying CSS, and that's font-farm like Poppins. I'm just going to copy that back into Cloud9, into my style sheet, and I want all my fonts in the page to have this, right? So I'm just going to paste that into the body and save that, and you should see that that changes your font. Again, just to make you aware, see if I only copied that CSS line into, for example, the nav section. It means that the only font that would be affected would be in the main nav URL. So it's wherever you put that, but because I'm putting it in the body section, it means that the whole thing is going to have that font to it. Okay. So how do you think we can go about making this a bit nicer? A graphic, right? Okay. Will we try and get a picture of a lemon or something and put it in the right? So I can, yeah. Yep, here you go. In fact, we'll leave the lemon thing out just now, right? We will get there. We'll use this example again next week. What I want to look at is the navigation between the pages, right? Now, what I'd said to you guys was you make one page once and then save it multiple times. So let me go back into my index page. And my second page is called lemons.html, isn't it? And my third page is called peas.html. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, and what I would always say is make sure you've got everything in terms of your structure of the page the way you want it before you do this, right? Because see if you make a mistake and you save it 3 times, you've made your mistake 3 times. That makes sense? So make sure you've got everything you want first in terms of the structure. Not the CSS, because CSS can be changed like that. Okay. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into my index page. I'm going to go to File and Save As. And I'm going to save it as lemons.html. Okay. And you'll see now that that's changed to lemons.html up there. Now, I'm going to change my heading in this, my header, to just say all about lemons. Okay. And then save again. And then again, well, hopefully you understand what we're going to do next. We're going to go File, Save As, peas.html, and change that to all about peas. Then save it. Yeah? So I'll go to File, Save As, peas.html, and then change that. Make sure it says peas.html up there, and change it to all about peas. I should have said give peas a chance, shouldn't I? Right. Sorry. So, yes, it didn't save. Yeah. So change it to lemons, save as lemons.html, change it to peas, save as peas.html. Okay. So now if I click on my lemons link, it should say all about lemons. Click on peas, all about peas, click on home, takes you back home again. And bang, you've got 3 pages done. And then you can just go and change the content of it. Okay. Yes. Right, okay. So I'm going to sacrifice the peas page here. All right. So I'm going to get the peas page opened, and I don't need. Yeah, I don't need my classes. See my class first and my class second. I'm going to lift them right out of it. So I'm just going to delete them. Okay. Just on the peas page. Okay. What I'm then going to do, I'm going to start a tag and say form. Now, forms always have 2 things. Okay. A form has an action. Alright. And I'll just leave that as 2 quotes just now. And it has a method. I'll just stick get in there just. Alright. There's 2 types of method, there's get and post, but I'll maybe leave that for another day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say label, and I'll just say name. And then I'll say input type, input type equals. So this bit here is you telling it what sort of input it is. Is it going to be a checkbox, or a radio button, or a button, or a... I'm just going to say input type equals text. And name equals name box. So these are attributes that we can't really, attributes and values we can't really get away from. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, what else could I ask them for? An email, yeah. Label, email. Input type equals. Now, in HTML5, we can put type equals email, and you'll see what that does in a wee minute. And I'll say name equals email box. And then lastly, I'm going to say input type equals submit, and name equals submit. And what that does is it creates a button that allows the form to be sent. Okay. So I'm just going to save that. And then click on the P's link over here. And the page looks a bit different now. Right? A bit messy. Yeah. But don't worry too much about that just now. Now I can tidy this up in a couple of ways. Alright. What I can do is see after my first name box, I can put a tag in called BR slash. Just there. And what that does is it creates a line break. And I'll do the same after my email box as well. So BR slash for break. Refresh the page. We'll sorry, back to Peas. It looks a wee bit better, but again, not brilliant, right? But I'm not going to stress the aesthetics of the form at the moment or how it looks. Have you all got that? Right, okay. Come and see in a second. So, what you should be able to do is click in the box and type something. Okay. And if I try and click submit, scroll, but see if I make it pop out onto my screen like this and go to Peas. So, type something there, and you'll see there it says please include an @ in the email. The second box knows that it should be an email address because you've said type equals email. So if I put in @ click and submit, nope, it says it's incomplete because it knows it should be something else after that. And off it goes, right? A wee funny thing you'll notice is that your email and your name appear up here, but that's for another day. All right. Now, there's loads of ways to do forms, but what I'm going to get you to do is have a look at the W3 school stuff, and you can see how you can organise the forms. All right. If I was to, I'm going to do one last thing before I let you muck about with that. See my form action. See if I change that to index.html and save that. And then put stuff in there. You put in that. You'll see that it goes back home because I've told it to go back home by putting the action in. So the action is whatever page you want it to go to. Okay. So when it's submitted, as long as everything's okay on the form, off it goes. So to point you in the right direction with it, if you go to w3schools.com and learn HTML, and you'll see if you scroll down, HTML forms is there. So go and have a wee play about with HTML forms on here, okay? And it explains what it does. You've got different radio buttons and submit buttons and form elements and things. You can go and have a wee look at that, okay?